Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. And the Canes will kick it away first. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get the first crack at it here. The flash, the style, the swagger, these two really define an era of great college football, and it's always fun to see them square off.
So well put, Reese. I mean, two flashy programs, and when they're rocking, they're rocking. The state of Florida's rocking. Everybody's wanting to go to Miami and Florida State. This is a big one, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate this because we were playing back in the day when these two programs really had it rolling, when they had so much NFL talent and speed on the field, it seemed like each and every year. And this was a game that always seemed to determine the national championship picture at the end of the year.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. These two have storied traditions in the history of the sport, but in the not-too-distant past, Miami actually considered giving up football, and Florida State was an afterthought.
Yeah, a lot of people forget back in the day when Miami was in the Big East, right? And Florida State was in the ACC. This was kind of an interconference battle every time they played. But no doubt, David, this game just holds so much more significance to both programs.
Both in the state of Florida. Florida State, Miami, the uniforms are so great. The lineage, the history of the players. So it does. It feels like this rivalry's been playing a lot longer than since 1951.
And the Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Miami's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Boy, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year about beating their in-state rival, Florida State.
And they're hoping they can do that for another year. And they know that this is going to be another dogfight. This is simply one of those games at the start of the year. Miami, Florida State, you know someone's winning, but it's not going to be by a lot of points. Miami's hoping they can make it 2 in a row.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the 1st down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
In the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
They'll give it to the back. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Bermudez. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Steps away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Miami! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
14, Florida State, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Makes the catch. It's Poole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Hey, third down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, fourth down coming.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy.
Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Wide out in motion. Looking to pass on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Delgado. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
That's reeled in. It's Delgado. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Canes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's got to get the football, he's got to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Noles decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He makes the connection.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Catch in the middle. It's Delgado. Can anyone catch him? And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Yeah, and coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes. So you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the ball squirted out. Oh, and he's able to get it back. Good thing for him. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Firing to the right, complete. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch called for and made. The offense set for a 1st down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. And the ball swept out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the way.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Unleashes one deep. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Florida State, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a part of the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on second down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick it off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down.
And he's running in the open. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell if he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll give it to him again. Powers through the defender. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun to give to the back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Wilson. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking to throw for it. He's going to throw deep right side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 1st down for the offense. Give to the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He'll keep it himself. The ball's free. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man down the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the lone running back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
On the run, it's Coffee. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires deep on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They go to the draw. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy